Hello, and welcome to DinkLife. Today, we want to share the history of a clean, safe, family-friendly amusement park in Akron that existed before Disneyland, called Fallon's Playland. Located at 2135 Massillon Rd, where a private RV storage lot now stands, once sat Fallon's Playland amusement park, a beloved Akron attraction. The park changed names several times throughout its existence, but it originally opened as Fallon's Kiddieland from 1952 to 1959. It was founded by Gid Fallon and his wife Maggie. Gid was born in 1897 in Texas, and his father, a minister with a love for circuses, would take Gid and his brother Ghent Fallon, aka Larry, to them, sparking an early interest in amusement. This was during the era of carnivals and large county fairs. Larry, who was 12 years older, ran away from home at 15 to join the circus and became a well-known figure in the American amusement industry. Over time, Larry built a collection of games and concessions, operating them while touring with carnivals. He moved to Akron in 1911 at the age of 26 and made it his base of operations. When Lakeside Park was converted to Summit Beach in 1917, much of Larry's collection moved in, staying for 10 years before going on the road, touring almost every fair in Ohio and Western Pennsylvania, and even the Cotton Bowl in Dallas, Texas. It's unclear when Gid moved to Akron, but most of Larry's family became involved with him in the amusement business, supplying food, games, and souvenirs to many customers. From 1941 to 1944, Larry semi-retired, bringing his traveling amusement back to Summit Beach. By 1948, he was in poor health. Summit Beach was also in decline, suffering fire damage and losing visitors as automobiles became more common, allowing people to travel to farther attractions instead of riding streetcars to Summit Beach. Gid decided to move out of the Akron area and purchased 60 acres of land on Massillon Rd in Springfield Township. He built a 4-bedroom house on the lot next to his Fallon's Kiddieland, which he opened in 1952, offering free admission and parking. The park initially featured a pony that Gid kept at the house in the evenings and several kiddie rides. By 1956, it had grown to include around 9 kiddie rides and 6 adult rides. Larry passed away at the age of 68 in 1953. In 1958, Summit Beach closed, leaving Akron without an amusement park. The story behind Summit Beach's closure is another tale. Gid's Park then became the closest option for Akron families, focusing on kid-friendly entertainment and offering a clean, safe atmosphere 3 years before Disneyland would emphasize these qualities. In 1960, tragedy struck when a warehouse fire destroyed $100,000 worth of amusement rides. Gid's children, aged 8 and 9, soon asked their father to change the park's name to something that sounded older, leading to the rebranding as Fallon's Playland Amusement Park in 1964. Over the years, the park continued to add attractions, eventually boasting 34 rides by 1977, including a 1,000-foot-long sky ride, a roller coaster, the Himalaya, Huck Finn's fishing pond, water cycles, the Tilt-A-Whirl, a merry-go-round, a monorail, chair swings, the Akronite train, and the large Indy 500 bumper cars. Although no map of the park existed, here's a recreation of its layout. In 1961, miniature golf started to boom, leading Gid to add a 19-hole mini golf course to the property, which he claimed was Akron's finest at the time. During its opening year, Gid held a tournament to promote the course, offering 2 tickets to Atlantic City as prizes. Gid ran the park until he was 74 years old, selling it in 1971 to Robert and Sue Moegerle, who renamed it Playland Park. Gid then retired to Lakeland, Florida in 1971 and died 2 years later in 1973. The Moegerles added a roller rink in 1974. However, in 1976, the park was severely flooded, flipping over slides and other rides. The Moegerles put the park up for sale in 1980. It remained on the market for many years. Shortly after, in 1984, Sue Moegerle passed away at the age of 52, leading to the sudden closure of Playland. The skating rink continued to operate until it closed on April 28, 2002. Between 1994 and 2001, the amusement buildings were removed. Ohio Edison bought part of the land, building a small substation and filling in the pond. Today, the only building that remains is the old skate rink, now used for storage. While Gid's house has been leveled and overtaken by nature, Playland, once filled with childhood memories, is now a forgotten memory of the past. And as always, remember to get out there and explore.
Hey, it's Shonda. We just wanted to come on and tell you a little bit about why we made this video. Unlike Blue Pond, which we had no experience with whatsoever, Playland is something that we both went to when we were small. Now, I am a little bit older than Wes, so my memories were from a few years before, but also, along with that, my memories aren't very vivid, but the memories I do have are very nostalgic, and they stayed with me all these years, which is why we decided to make this video. My babysitter used to take me to Playland all the time when I was a kid, and I just remember it was one of the things that made me so happy when she said we were going to Playland. And so for me, telling this story was just, a bit of history, a bit of nostalgia, and something I wish was still around.
Yeah, and I kind of had the same experience. I got to go there a little bit right in the early 80s before it kind of declined and died. So I never got to see it in its like full glory back in the day. But I got to go there a couple of times. I think my neighbor took me there once, and I rode all the kiddie rides, and then I do remember playing miniature golf there once. And then all through the late 80s, our family actually went every Thursday for family night at the skating rink, so I skated there all the time. And I remember the little arcade in the back corner with the joust machine. I played that a ton. And then also all through elementary school in the late 80s there, my school bus went past the place every single day, so I kind of saw like the roller coaster sitting there and the rides all, and just like everything until it kind of got tore down. But yeah, it was kind of sad to see.
That breaks my heart.
Yeah.
That breaks my heart.
I have really good memories of that place though.
So do I. I mean, I have nothing but good memories of that place, and that's why we wanted to share it with you.
By the way, has anyone seen this guy's hearing aid glasses?